Hey everybody, welcome back to American Government and Politics at Simmons College. I want to thank you all who watched the video last week, and don't forget to comment on this video below that you watched the video, because that is how you get your attendance grade for this semester. Also, please post any comments, etc. Below the YouTube video, and that is how you get your participation grade for the semester. We had a couple of comments on the last video. One of you that reached out to me directly, and another that posted a comment in the YouTube video, and that was related to the Breonna Taylor murder in that situation. If you'll bear with me, what I'd like to do is revisit those issues later in the semester when we get to the part of the syllabus about the Bill of Rights, about the Constitution, and about, as I believe I phrased it in there, I'll double check to make sure I'm phrasing this right, being American, what it means to be an American and to be subject to the Constitution. In the meantime, please know that if you have questions, thoughts, comments about what's going on with the murder of Breonna Taylor and the civil unrest in our city here in Louisville, let me know. And I'll comment on the videos if I think it's appropriate at that time, but I'll also get back to you all directly if I have any thoughts or comments, or if I need to connect you with someone at Simmons College for counseling or other reasons, because I know there's a lot going on right now in this country and in this city, and I try to be sensitive to that. So thank you all for your comments, and we will talk more about constitutional rights later on in the semester. For now, let me get us back on track. Let's talk more about political parties. Let's talk about political ideologies, because that's going to be the subject of next week's quiz. As you may have seen in the supplement to the syllabus, there's a quiz scheduled for October 5th, and that's next week. So what I'll do is I will catch you all up on those topics here in the video. Also, please read along in your textbook, and if you don't have textbook pages that match up, then please message me, email me, text me, call me if you need to, and let me know that your version of the textbook does not match up, and I will make sure that you are able to read the right material. But in the meantime, let's talk a little bit about political parties, about political ideologies. Okay. We live in a country with a two-party system. A two-party system. What does that mean? It means that if you, under our current system of politics and government, want to obtain political power, you need to be a member of either the Democrat Party or the Republican Party. I'm not saying that's fair. I'm not saying that's right. I'm saying that's reality. Our system of government is what is known as a Republican system. Now, this is where it gets a little weird. When I say Republican system of government, I'm talking about the fact that we live in a republic. A republic is a type of representative government where the voters, the people, choose representatives to make their decisions for them, for us. Specifically, it means that we have a legislative body, a legislature that makes our decisions. Now, in this country, it's a little more complicated than that, because we have, as we discussed before the first quiz, we have a federal legislature, that's the United States House, United States Senate. We have a state legislature, That's the Kentucky, or in the case of most of us who live in Kentucky, that is the Kentucky House, Kentucky Senate. And then we have a local government. In Louisville, we have the Louisville Metro Council. Those are all legislative bodies. Those are all organizations of people who are elected by the voters to make governmental decisions on behalf of the voters. We also have a multi-branch system, so we have an executive branch. At the federal level, that is, of course, the president. At the state level, that is the governor. And at the local level, that is the mayor. In Louisville Metro, that is Mayor Greg Fisher, who has come under a lot of controversy lately. But regardless of controversy and current events, that's the structure of our government. It is a republic, meaning we vote for representatives who then vote on our behalf to make important decisions. That sounds really simple, but it's not. Because the politics of the political system determine the choices that those elected representatives make on our behalf. Are all of their choices made because it's what the people want? No, obviously no. No. They make their decisions based on many things. Number one, should be, is not always, but should be the will of the people. The people who voted for them, and also the people who didn't vote for them. That should be, in theory, the number one consideration of an elected representative. Number two, they should consult their own conscience. What does that elected representative think is the right thing or the wrong thing, based on their own sense of ethics, their own sense of morality, their own decision-making process? What should they do? Number three, and I'm not saying this is right or wrong, I'm saying it is the reality of a political system. Our elected officials tend to make decisions with an eye towards their re-election or towards their election to another political post. I'm really not saying that's right or okay. I'm saying that's what happens. That's the way it is. And that is what it's like to live in a representative democracy. We're not a true democracy where every voter has a say in every issue. We are a representative democracy. In this representative government, we now have two major political parties. As I'm assuming most of you know, that is the Republican Party and the Democrat Party. There are other parties. In the United States today, we have the Libertarian Party, the Green Party. We still have an active Socialist Party, Communist Party. We have other parties that are organized and present candidates for elections, but do not have any chance of winning those elections. Not like the Republicans and the Democrats. I'm actually going to wrap this up pretty soon, because in our next lecture, in Wednesday's lecture, I'm going to tell you some more about why we just have two parties and what that means to have a two-party system. But for now, suffice it to say that when you vote this year, early voting starts October 13th. Election day itself is November 3rd. That when you vote, you have two parties. And you have multiple parties, but two parties that have a really good chance of actually winning that election. whether it's for president, for Congress, for the United States Senate, or local election, you generally have two parties most of the time. So, I'll talk more about this Wednesday. And this is, I apologize that this lecture was very factual and very kind of fact forward and fact driven, but we'll get into some more political details on Wednesday and some more interesting stuff. Thank you all for watching this video. Please comment below that you watched the video. And if you have any questions, criticisms, or thoughts, please let me know. Thanks so much.